Assalamu alaikum. Good evening. Here we are today, so let's quickly look at alaikum salam. So let's start beautifying our. Oh, very sorry. The area I might is a kind of a bit noise, and so let's start beautifying the work we have done. Let's see how it looked like. Let's beautify it. So. And include what I mean by beautifying is giving the including the lines and others. So for this first part where the subject is, let's try to include the lines. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. So let's try to include the lines from here. You get it? So I will be coming down here from this point here. I'll click on this. When I click on that, it's going to show me my dialog box. So do not forget, I'll come to view. Right, when I come to view, I'll scroll down and I'll see this point hide here. Oh, no, not yet. I'll come to home. When you come to home, if you scroll down, you see this border over here. When you come to home, you see the borders. You see these borders here. So in this case, I will click on all borders. This one is simplified. It signifies all borders, or I can also click over here. When I click it, it's going to show me everything. So from here, if you look here, this particular point, it signifies that every border will be out. All the borders will be out. So I'll click there. I'm sure you can see what happened and the changes that has shown, right? You can see the borders of this whole place. The borders here have been shown clearly, so you can see them. They are all out. So the next thing we'll be doing is we come to the top here. The top here, the name of the school does not require a border, and likewise. The picture here, I won't be needing a border, so I will not include a border there. I just want to reset it to the middle, so you can see I don't really need a border, except in otherwise situation. If you know you'll be coloring, or you'll be including a color for the result, meaning not black and white, so you can design this more better. What do I mean? I can click this point here and I will decide to fill it with a color, let's say yellow. When I fill it with yellow, I think you can see what happened. You can see what's happening. So you can see all the point here is yellow, right? Or let's undo. Can you see what's happening? So if I click here, you can see it highlights everything, but another way I can refuse to merge it. Then I can decide to, sorry, let me undo. So if I come again, I can decide to give it color yellow. It's already yellow. Then if I still want to do more, I can decide to make all these rows, I can decide to make it a color, or if it's going to be printed color, as I said, this grade I can highlight everything down and I'll give it color yellow. Can you see? While the remark, I can decide to give it a different color, let's say brown. If I click this, it's going to give yellow, but I can go ahead and choose the color I want to give it. Let's say light green. like this or whatever, making it light, very light, or something like this. Can you see what's happening? So this should help me, it's kind of, it shows a more. Then from this total here, I can also include a color to show, to distinguish every other thing. So if I'm to include the same color I used for this other aspect, you can see how it looks. Then my writing here, I can decide to make a changes to the color. I can decide to make it blue like this, or I don't know, any of them. You choose what you think is okay for you, right? So you can see how it's looking, but I want to remove this color here. I really don't want that. Let's leave it at white. Let's leave that place at white. Fill color white. I have a reason for that, which I will mention later. And this, oh no, that's not what I want to do. The fill, if they fill, I can decide to give this one gray. I'm sure you are seeing what is happening. And the writing over here, we can decide to increase the writing so that um, we can have it bigger. And this one, I can make it 14. While this complete row, to ease what I'm saying, I can also make it 14, but not advisable. Just to ensure that everything goes well. You can increase at any time you want to increase. Can you see what's happening? Okay, currently we are almost done here, but this place here, this statement, I want you to take an outer line. So I'll come to borders. I only want the outer line to be showing. So if you look here, you'll find out the outer lines are thick while the inner ones are dotted. It means the inner ones will not be shown. So I'll click on this. The lines will be included in this situation. Do you get it? So the lines will be included, and I don't know. Can you see it? It's showing the color here. You can see the outline is black, right? So that's because it has been included. Now the name of student. So here I can just use a line. So now the line is going to be only the line under, not the top. So I'll click on this. This line is showing me the line under. The line under will be shown, while the line above will not. So I'll be clicking there. So if I'm sure you can see the line, right? I'm sure you can see the line. So since the name is kind of the spacing is kind of a little bit large, I will to no avail reduce this to see how it goes a little. Yeah. So here, then I will move this to closer to the right. I will align the text to the closer to the line, so that this is it here. I'm aligning it closer to the right, so that it can be very close to the line. Can you see? So it has moved. Let me repeat that. I'm aligning it to the right. Look at it. When I click it, it's gonna move to the right. Can you see what it is? Yeah. So at this point, so if there is to be a name here, let me use a name. Let's say, let me use my name though. Muhammad Umaiza Muhammad. you can see my name has been added to that place, right? My name is included now. My name is the name of the student. So I can also align this to the left because I want it to be closer to the, yeah, closer to the name. You can see this result is specifically for me. And here I can decide to, like, okay, let's come back home and do some little working. Yeah, the name. I may decide to just use the word name so that an encapsulator name. Think, then I'll bold it. Then after bolding, I increase the size. So you can see gradually it's looking okay from your phone. So at this point, I will basically, I'll basically highlight. Okay, before that, there are some other aspects that include your, what's it called, the summary of the work. The summary of the whole, um, what's it called, the summary of the whole grade or scores of the child, which should be probably under the total score here, in marks, total score. You having it here, so I can decide to merge these two here. I can merge these here. I'll merge this. When I merge this, then I'll type in total, or let's say average, or let's use the word score average score average there. So okay, I shouldn't have even merged it. I will merge score average. I'll bold it and I'll give it size font 14. Then the score average, I'm going to be creating a location for the score average. Let's say I created this. The score average should be there. And I will dash it, I'll give it a border so that you can see the border is showing clearly. Sorry, I'm gonna merge this so that it works well. Merge this and I'm merging, and I'll place it at the middle so you can see what I'm doing. So at the end of your results, or whatever the child scores, you're gonna have the average in this box. You understand? So the average is gonna be there. You understand? Now the next thing is overall grade. Let's say overall grade. Let me enlarge it. Sometimes we have schools that give overall grade, so we want it to be there. Let's say yeah, usually the overall grade, though that's if you're gonna be using a formula to derive the overall grade, so it's not bad. We'll be doing that. Or so it's usually we use a very huge line. Let me merge it. Then we'll include a full line here. So this part will be showing you the overall grade, and let's see, let me undo because it's too closer to themselves. So let me highlight it below, more below. So when I merge this and I give it I'll give it a border. So above here, I'm gonna merge this to, and I will, no, no, sorry, confused. Na against you, man. Oh, no, really. So I'm gonna merge there also. I'll be merging it. When I merge there, I will type in. Look at. I'm going back. I will click on my keyboard so that I'll type in overall grade. Overall grade. The overall grade shows the class of the child, whether from the whole assessment that was done or the summative assessment. You're gonna have a grade maybe from that signify what the child scores, ranging from A, B, C, D. You understand? So that is what the overall grade aspect is meant for. So, and if it is an automated result, it's going to appear immediately when you have fixed your formula. You get it? So this is needed. And another thing, and something most important in your result that you need, is the psychomotor. You need a psychomotor that will tell the parents what or how your result is being calculated. So we're gonna create the psychomotor content. So let's see. The psychomotor content should fall around here. For now, let's see how it goes. So I'm gonna bring out the borders completely, and I will term here. I will also merge some part of the. I will enlarge. Let me enlarge so that you can see properly. I am enlarging this, and I am calling it, sorry, down, 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 down. Whoa, it's gonna be a little problem. Okay, let me see what I can do. I'm gonna merge, and my score average, I'm gonna merge just these two. Merge this. I don't really need to merge others, and no. So I'm gonna merge here down to this point. I'll merge it. It has been merged. So I will type it psychomotor. Psychomotor. Psychomotor skill. Skills. Let's place it that way. And I enter. You can see how it's going already. So placing it at the middle, and I'm going to be using, it's already on bold, but I'm going to be increasing the size to probably 16. And here my psychomotor is going to be described. The first column is giving A. Where are you? Okay. The first column is giving A. The second column B. The third column C. And probably I need to include one more. I need to include D. It's usually 4. So D. Now you find out that this row here, there's no line yet. So I'm gonna give it a border. I'll be giving it a complete border. So it has joined the party, and nextly here will be, I don't know, but it seems like psychomotor. Skill. Here I should include key psychomotor. Let's make it that way. So psychomotor skills here. I'm sure you can see what's happening. Wow. Somebody is already saying wow, go indirectly. So I'm gonna bold this so that it reflects, it shows the power of what we're doing. So then I'm also gonna make it lie in the middle. Do not feel too tired. Oh no, I'll make it lie in the middle. This is the middle, so I'll click that. So everything is gonna be submerged to the middle. I'm sure you can see the result currently is almost completed. So let's fix the psychomotor. What are the psychomotor content that as a teacher or as a school you need? Let's take something like punctuality. Um, Punctuality. That's how early the child came to school or comes to school. Self respect or self esteem. I don't know, I'm just using those words, but you can, it's dependent on your school. Whatever you choose is your choice. We can have reading skills. We can also have um, interpersonal relationship. Then you can have um, hardworking. Then you have assignments. You have something like you have self confidence. Self confidence. Then I think okay. These are basically what you have. I think. Then let's say which other one myself. Respect has not been included. So respect, class activeness. Um, what else do you think should be included? Attendance. Um, Writing materials. Okay, that's not. Okay, let's just say writing skills. Okay, you can include as many as possible depending on what you think or what that particular thing is that you think you can use to. So you can include as much as you can, right? So that's just it. So I'm trying to like enlarge the cap, right? You can see how the result is looking now, right? You can see how it's looking. So it's almost completed. It's almost completed. So if you have any other thing as key to psychomotor, you can define it over there. Now you don't have a result completed except you have some other informations that you may be able to add. Sorry, I'm not looking at a result template. Normally, you should be looking at a result sample that of what you're doing, so that as you are doing it, you can fix the most appropriate stuff that you need to include. Now, uh, at this keys to psychomotor, this is where you just tick the normal tick that is being done. You understand? Then aspects like okay, fine. As I said, your result after having your psychomotor, there should be some aspect where you have maybe after the whole result, form master's comment. So if you have the form master's comment, it's a region of space. So you create a space for him to make his comment. It's probably a line, No, it has to be just a line. So you merge here, and as you merge it, you can bring out a line by using the border. And the border here, you use the bottom border. The bottom border will only include the bottom line. So if you look at it now, you find out that there is a line there for the form master's comment. The form master can now make his comment in that particular space you provided. I don't know if you get it. After this, you can now have you can also then you can include the signature of the form master if that is needed. Signature. Form master signature. And advisably, because you want it to look nice, you're gonna move it to the middle. You move it to the right, meaning try to position it to the right so that it will be attached to where the signature will be placed. So you can just also create a space for the signature to be made. You understand? So I'm merging this, and the same thing, you give it a border, bottom border, this one. I'm sure you can see it. When you give it a bottom border, it's going to automatically have a line where you see that the form master can make his signature available or availing. Then you come down to the taking, for instance, most schools normally have form master's comment. Then you have the what else? Let's say position. Let's see. I even include it here. I don't even include it here. But let's say you can have position. If the school wants the position, that's when you use position. So position, meaning the position of the child in the class. So probably you also move it to the right so that you have it closer to where you're gonna fix the position of the class. And the same thing, you can merge this to have, when you merge this, wow, you can merge this. When you merge this, then you can give it the bottom border also, so that whenever the person's position is being included, it will be on the top. It's almost 30 minutes, so I'm almost stopping this because we can continue this. And finally, you have the what's it? You have the director's comment. Director's comment. You type it. Directors. If you want to shortcut it, director's comment. Comment. All these can be, though I don't, for the phone version, may be difficult for you to set them automatically, but it can be set automatically. So I'll bring it to the right so that it will there will be avoidance of, you can see the director's comment over here. What do I toast it? So you can see what's happening. Then I can also drag the line down to this place and I'll merge this, then also give it a line spacing, a line using the border, and I'll be clicking the no sorry I'll be clicking the bottom border. So this will automatically add a line for the director's comments. Can you see what's happening? Then over here we can see resumption date. You can see the space is a little bit short, so I'm gonna merge these two so that I can, then I move it to the right also, then I will bold it, right? So I'm sure you can see it, and I'll merge these two lines here for that particular reason. I'll merge it. Then I'll also make a provision of, there will be a line. I'll also give it the bottom border. So you can see generally, I think one more thing, which is the signature of the director's signature. I'm sure you can see it. So the director's signature, I'm gonna place it directly over here. Signature. Then I will move it to the middle. I'll move it to the right so that then I'll merge these two. I'll merge them the same way. Create a bottom border. I think over here you can now see how it look like. It's looking very great. Then resumption date. So okay, fine. We can say signature and stamp. Signature and stamp. Suspected that stamp. Suspected that the director is going to stamp the work before stamp it with his signature. After the signature, he stamps it. So you can see how it looks, right? So to finalize, because I really, this is just basically a simple template we are working on. But if you want to do something more grateful, you can have everything you need written first before you start doing anything. You understand? So if this is my result currently, assuming I'm done or I am done, right? Okay, let me add one more last thing that I think most proprietors will never forget. That is the school fees. So we're gonna merge this and we're gonna type next term school fees. So this is what I said most directors will not forget, or proprietors. So I move it to the right and here we go. Tada. We also merge this line here, we merge them. That will be a place where we have them, then we put a border if you think it is needed. So, and I think it's needed, that's why. So you can see everything has been arranged. So we are basically done with the design of the result, basically at a normal level. Let's leave this as a result. So the next thing is the printable area where I actually want to print. So I'm gonna highlight. Remember, I left spaces here, so I'm gonna pick these two spaces. Then I'm gonna bring it down to this point. I don't know if you can really see it. Okay, I'm gonna add one more line here. No, 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 no. Good. So I'm sure you can see this. Sorry, I wanna, you know, I want you to see what's happening. So you can see this part here. This part here is just like a result now, right? Then I'll give it an outside border. This one. So the outside border is it to signify a line, a space where that covers everything, right? So or probably let me reduce this. Let me undo first. Good. I will retake it. Undo. Good. So I'm thinking it's too big. Let me start from this V here. So I'm gonna highlight it down to this place, right? Then I will add only one here. Then I will go ahead and give it the outside border. Currently I've given it the outside border, and that's it. Then finally I'll come down to this point and go to view, and I'll hide the grid lines. I'll hide the grid lines as we did. So let's see our result. I guess you can see this result, right? You can see how it look like. Can you really see how it look like? So this is how it look like. So this your result basic template using your phone, my sister, using your phone. Okay, I may be of opinion that we can include a line here, so you can come and add the border if you feel after you saw it you feel like, okay, let me just put the border. You put the border for this to make it look good. You put the outside border. You come here for the class. You put the border. For the number of times school open, you put the border. I'm sure you can see what happens or what is happening. So whatever you decide though is your choice. So you pick it, and you can also include outside border for this, for the name. Or let me remove others. So, but let me place that of the name outside border. So you can see how the result looks like. A simple result. And if I feel this statement and name is too close, I can just come above and insert. I'll insert row so that there will be a little bit difference. But in this situation, I'm also gonna remove the border. No border in that aspect. Except for here, I'm gonna include an outside border for here. No, I will leave the right hand border here, so it's gonna work. Can you see what's happening? The same thing here. I will place only the ground border. I'll remove this one. Okay, basically this is what you're gonna have. So your result will look this way. I want us to do something. I'm gonna give it the ground border only. So I'm sure you can see what's happening. So this is your result sheet for just to have an example. You understand? So this is your result sheet. to have an example of a result template. It's just it. So this is basically what we have designed. So this is just to use as a class. If I'm doing this for a school, I'm gonna be very much more careful, and I'm gonna make it more better than this. If I will use that word, better than this, very much better than this. So just accept it as a work we did just to see how you know, we can do something more. I'm gonna merge this or wrap it. I'm gonna wrap this. So you can see this basically the result we have designed in this class. So have a nice day. We are stopping here. Assalamu alaikum.